What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, there was a bunch of 2023 NASCAR paint schemes that have dropped in the past week. You know I'm here to keep you guys updated as we're approaching the 2023 NASCAR season. I'm going to be going over every single paint scheme that has been unveiled to date. Now, if you don't see your favorite driver, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to keep you guys updated as soon as your favorite driver's paint scheme does drop. Kicking it off, we have a brand new paint scheme for Ross Chastain going into the 2023 NASCAR season. This is the Kubota paint scheme that he will be running. Beautiful orange, beautiful black. I love how they got the black number on this, man. There's not that many teams in the Cup Series that will run a black number, so very underrated on that. I love what they did here, man. Beautiful colors. The car is looking great. Beautiful image on this car that they did put out. The rims are looking sharp. The orange is looking sharp. A lot of little designs going on that you just don't really pick up on a first glance. So I give Trackhouse Racing an A+ for this paint scheme, man. Beautiful for what they bring to the table. Potentially a championship contender. The second paint scheme that dropped this week is going to be Austin Cindric with the Discount Tire Machine. The Daytona 500 champ will be back with Discount Tire this season. Very similar paint scheme to what he ran this year, but there is some small changes with the decals, some small changes going on with the car. As you can see, NASCAR will be running anniversary logo underneath the NASCAR Cup Series decal, so minor change there. Other than that, mostly keeping this car the same. I have said in recent videos, Brad Keselowski is my favorite driver, man. I love seeing him on his own team. I love seeing him drive that number 6 car for RFK. This is the first Brad Keselowski paint scheme we have gotten for the 2023 season. This is the paint scheme he'll be running at the Chicago Street Course. Sponsored by MakersWanted.org. I'm not too familiar with this business, but it is a beautiful paint scheme. As you know, Brad probably loves the red, white, and blue American flag on this car. Them are his colors. I think it's a beautiful car for a beautiful street course that we're gonna see next year. I absolutely love it, man. It looks sharp. I would imagine that's going to be more of a chrome red for the number. As a Brad fan, I absolutely love it. I'd like to see more cars of his drop in the future, so hopefully we'll get some more coming up. We also had his teammate Chris Buescher drop quite possibly the best paint scheme of this video and the best paint scheme of the 2023 season. I'm loving it, man. The blue on this car, we obviously got the RFK design on the side. It seems like they bolted everything up. The Fastenal logo is bolted up. The Chris Buescher decal is bolted up. The number font, there's a new number font for Chris Buescher this season. That's bolted up. They got a black outline around everything. I think it makes everything pop out a little bit more. It makes everything very sharp. It's good to see for the NASCAR Cup Series because this is something we haven't really seen any team do yet. Also, this blue design is a beauty, man. That's a really cool wrap for that number 17 car, and one I look forward to being on track next year. You know I'm always keeping you guys updated with these paint schemes, man. Here are some of the previous ones that dropped in the past couple weeks. We also got Austin Cindric and the Auto Trader Machine. A bright orange, beautiful design on this car. I'm loving it, man. Everything about this car is looking sharp. For Kevin Harvick, he's gonna have an identical Busch Light Machine. This is one car they made almost completely chrome. It looks like a giant Busch can. Quite possibly one of the most beautiful cars that's going to be on track for next year. Not many changes going on from 2022 to 2023, but here we are with Kevin Harvick back with Busch. Potentially a retirement year is what is being heard for Kevin Harvick. I would like to see him stick around for a couple more years. As long as he's winning, I think he should stay in the Cup Series. Moving on to Kyle Busch in the number 8. Obviously, this car does not have any decals on it. No sponsorship has been announced for Kyle Busch, but this is a number 8 car with Rowdy Busch on the nameplate. I would expect him to carry over a lot of the paint schemes that Tyler Reddick ran in this season. But Kyle to RCR is going to be something that's going to be huge. That's going to be a big move for his career and potentially a make or break. I mean, we've seen what Tyler Reddick has done in that RCR account. Talking about retirement, we got Eric Almirola coming out of his retirement announcement. He's going to be returning to the number 10 Smithfield car, identical to what he ran this year. There's a few decal placements here and there where they changed some things up. So it's not completely identical. The decals have moved around here and there. Other than that, it's very similar to what we've seen on the previous season. A beautiful car, chrome number 10. I'm loving it, man. I hope we see this car in victory lane a few more times before the end of his career. Ryan Blaney will be back with Discount Tire. Now, my theory, I think Discount Tire is going to break away from Austin Cindric and carry more into Ryan Blaney. We don't know the contract situations going into next year. Obviously, Discount Tire will be on the 12. It will also be on the 2. Just like when Daniel Suarez moved up to the Cup Series, he got all a Carl Edwards sponsorship, Subway, many of them that eventually left and went on to a different driver. I think we're going to see that happen with Discount Tire as well. So I think Discount Tire on this 12 is going to step up their races in the next coming years. No idea, just speculation, but we do got Discount Tire back on the number 12, Ryan Blaney. As you can see on the corner panel, Menards will be returning, Worth will be returning. A lot of sponsorship on this car will be returning next year, but beautiful number 12 car. They don't like changing things up over there at Penske, as I said, but man, what a beauty of the on-track. And this is one car I kind of hope they don't change. Back to the RFK camp. Wow, what are they bringing to the track next year? This is the 5th third bank car for Chris Buescher. Beautiful design. Obviously, it's going to be a matte white, green, and blue car. We got the RFK design down the door of the car. We still got the bolder, thicker number font I talked about. They have announced that they will be changing the number font next year for Chris Buescher. Brad's number font will be staying identical to what they had this current season. But beautiful car, man. Chris Buescher, hopefully we'll see that car back in victory lane, just like what we've seen this year at Bristol. Joey Logano on to the championship 4. He's going to be running the Shell Pennzoil car once again. A lot of his sponsorship will be returning this year. Looking at the corner panel, we got AAA, Auto Trader, Discount Tire, and Shell Pennzoil. Now, if you don't know Joey Logano, they ran an identical paint scheme for about 10 years consecutive in a row, just running the same paint scheme every single year of Shell Pennzoil until they changed the number placement. They had to change this paint scheme when they got the new number placement. I would expect to see this car on track as it is for the next 10 years. And honestly, this car just looks clean. It looks very, very, very clean. They didn't overdo it with the decals. They didn't overdo it with the design. It looks clean. If you know Penske, they like the more clean designs that are much simpler. But this beauty, the Auto Trader machine, very underrated. We've seen Austin Cindric running an orange Auto Trader car, while Joey Logano is going to be in a blue Auto Trader car with a big A for Auto Trader on the hood. Looks great, man. A lot of small designs going on with this car. I do like that the 22 is very thickened up where it doesn't run in with the other decals. Looks beautiful, man. One thing I did see in the previous video, the Discount Tire logo on the shark fin is actually sticking up. Something we haven't seen in the Cup Series before. Potentially, they might let them put decals on the shark fin going into the new season. I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's something we'll likely see based off of what we have with this image. But that car is a beauty, man. That Mustang, I love it, man. I always love the Ford Mustang. Since we got this next gen, all the cars look good, but that Ford is still so sharp every week at the track. And that's gonna do it, man. I know some of you guys didn't see your favorite driver in this video. Next video, I will be keeping you guys updated. So when I do get a Chase Elliott paint scheme, a William Byron paint scheme, a Denny Hamlin paint scheme, more Kyle Busch paint schemes, I will be putting them in a video. So subscribe so you don't miss your favorite driver, because them Chase Elliott paint schemes are coming, man. I'm excited to see the new Napa machine. I'm excited to see the new William Byron car. A lot of them are going to be dropping very soon, and I will keep you guys updated as soon as I get my hands on them. A video will come out. So subscribe so you don't miss your favorite driver's paint schemes. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a great week.